I want to unpack 7 reasons for success as a business coach.
It is the Action Coach Africa podcast hosted by Peter Scholz. Don't forget to subscribe for more.
And the 7 points are as follows. Number 1 is that you need to be able to develop or have access to a range of products and services you can apply to clients. Number 2 is the importance of having access to and or having developed a range of business development tools, both on the sales conversion side as well as the marketing side. The third point, and particularly in today's virtual world, is to have access to what I refer to as an IT infrastructure. More and more clients today are requiring you to have access, being able to get access to your IP via an effective IT infrastructure behind you as well. I think number 4 for me talks around the quality of team. Now, a lot of people get into business coaching, they operate on their own, etc. And it's a very lonely world there, whether you're in business coaching or not, but it's important for you to be able to surround yourself with a quality team, let me put it that way, for you to have around you. Number 5 is, I think, fundamentally important around the initial training that you go through as a business coach, but also the ongoing support. And I'll unpack that as well a little later on. Number 6, in order for you to be effective as a business coach, recognize that you are starting a business. And anyone starting a business, you're a business owner first, and the service you're offering is business coaching. You're going to have to make an investment up front. And then how do you evaluate what that investment is, and how do you make sure that you get an effective ROI, return on your initial investment, as a business coach later on as well. Number 7 for me is around results and client testimonials. Today, more and more clients are wanting to work with you as a coach, but they also want to know, what is your track record of success in business? What is your track record of success in working with business clients? So let me go back to the first point around range of products. It is, in my opinion today, insufficient just to be able to go and learn how to coach or to be able to know what to do with the client during a coaching session. In today's environment, it is more important for you to have available an entire range of coaching programs, from what I refer to often as business education programs, entry-level stuff, to what I refer to in the middle of an effective product range is what I refer to as group coaching programs or leveraged coaching programs, before you can start working at what we refer to as the really intensive stuff, and that's one-to-one coaching, etc. So you need to be able to develop a different range of coaching programs, from one-to-one to group coaching to business education programs, for you to be able to offer products to clients at different price points, at different sizes, at different points of need as well. If we move to business development tools, I'll go back to the comment I made early on, is that as a business coach, you are a business owner first and foremost. Where most people fail in business coaching is they do not have clear access to a marketing strategy. They do not have access to a very clear sales and conversion strategy. Because majority of people that get into coaching, business coaching for themselves, have never been in sales and marketing before. And it's probably the single biggest fear that most business coaches have. So if I'm going to become a business coach, where do I get my leads from, and how do I convert the leads going forward? And so it's important for you to be able to have available at your fingertips a proven sales conversion strategy that you have mastered. And number 2 is to have access to a range of business marketing tools to generate the leads that you need. The third point talks to me around IT infrastructure. And as I said early on, the importance of, in today's virtual world, having access to an effective IT infrastructure so that you can house all your IP and all your products and services and videos and whatever material you're putting available to your clients, because they want access to that at a time that you might not be available. So it's important that you develop for yourself a business coaching model where you have an effective IT infrastructure, so that all your IP is housed in one place. You can manage the access to that for your clients, etc., going forward as well. The 4th point for me comes back to quality of team. Now, I think it's important here again for us to understand that as a business coach, I can go and start my own business coaching firm on my own. But the biggest challenge most business owners have, particularly business coaches, their biggest concern is the concern of operating on their own. They've got no access to a team of people. It's what I refer to often as intellectual sport. Sometimes you need to be able to bounce off your ideas or the challenges you got with clients, with colleagues of yours around that. And so it's important for you to analyze the effectiveness of the team that you've got within your coaching business, and or what I refer to as community. Because it's an environment where you can all learn from each other, where you can all share ideas with each other. And as someone very recently asked me the question, say, in your community of coaches, Pete, do you have an environment or a community environment where people build Chinese walls around them? And the answer to that is absolutely no. You know, you've got to have access to a quality of team of people that are willing to share and learn from each other going forward. Number 5 is around the training and the ongoing support. You can go and be trained at, any of the world's best business coaching firms. You can be trained at particular business schools in around the country. But it's important for you to understand, again, we're coming back to the concept, you're starting a business. And it's not just satisfactory just to be trained by a facility that's going to train you how to coach. You've got to get somebody who's going to train you and has got a track record in building successful business coaching firms. So that's the IP, how to coach, how to set up the IT infrastructure, the sales and marketing, business development tools, and how to get successful clients is what is critical for you to look at when you look at the quality of training that you're getting into. And then the second point to that is around the ongoing support and personal development. I often say to people, when you get into this industry called business coaching or executive coaching, your learning curve is steep from day one until the day you decide not to be in there. And so you've got to be making yourself available to intentionally, as I said to team members the other day, to intentionally go on a personal development journey or personal transformation journey all the time. We get back to point number 6 around the investment in RI. And I come back to a point I've raised a couple of times here before. You're starting a business. Okay, and any business, you've got 2 choices. I either invest up front in a franchise model, e.g. like ActionCOACH or not, but I invest up front into a business model and buy access to all this IP and all the materials to it, or I start it on my own. Both need upfront investment. The one needs investment upfront. The other one might bleed you for your investment over a period of time as you learn to grow and build a business model. Essentially, when you go it alone, you'll be spending as much, if not double the amount of money to set up your business coaching firm as what you might be thinking in buying a business from some recognized world-class franchise operation going forward. And when you look at the investment in not only time, but also money and people resource to build a successful business coaching firm, ultimately, you've got to start saying to yourself, to what extent am I going to get an effective return on my investment, ROI, for the business coaching firm? Because I come back to a point, and I'm belaboring this point. You're starting a business. You are first and foremost a business owner, not a business coach or an executive coach. And you've got to treat it like any other business owner would treat their business. What's the upfront investment or the ongoing investment, and therefore what's my ROI? Point number 7 comes back to me around what I refer to as results. People buy our services as coaches on the background of the results they get from being coached by us. And so the more you get yourself into an environment where the IP you're using, the system you're using, the team of people that you're associating yourself with have got demonstrable access or demonstrable evidence of results that you've got from the IP that you're coaching clients to, the better for you. Because the client's been looking at buying your coaching services. Number 1, he's buying you as a coach. Number 2, he's buying your track record as a coach. And if they're going to be spending upwards of 200,000, 300,000 Rand a year in your coaching services, you better be in a position to be able to demonstrate to them how you're going to get them the results on that within the first 3 to 4 months of your coaching engagement, so that they can feel comfortable that they've got their ROI, or as we would just refer to it as results. So just to recap, there's 7 points here. 1, do you have a range of products and services? 2, do you have the business development tools or business development strategies to work with? Number 3 is, do I have the necessary IT infrastructure to build this business business effectively. Number 4 is, do I have a quality team around me? Not only team people in my own office that can help me build it, but other coaches that I can refer to as a community. Number 5 is my training and development, not just the initial training to set yourself up as a coach, but also the ongoing support, ongoing development, ongoing professional development, transformation. You're going to need to be able to grow faster than your clients are growing. Number 6 is around your investment and your ROI. It's a business. You're going to be making investment, whether it's in terms of time or people or financial results. And you're going to need to understand what that investment is and calculate what your return on investment is. And then lastly is the results. Everything you build in this business is going to come back to how are you going to be positioning and communicating the results you're going to get for clients going forward. So trust that those 7 points are valuable to you as you consider looking at whether business coaching is right for you. And I'll leave you with the one last bonus point. That is, this game is not for everybody. You have to come into this industry with the requisite skills, your requisite track record of success, because that's also what business owners are buying or clients are buying from you. What is your track record of success as a businessman, businesswoman to come into this business model? So you're starting with your own skill set, and then you're building a business with the 7 points I've just raised early on in this discussion. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope you've found value in this episode today. If you are considering leaving corporate, or you're considering getting to the business coaching industry and are keen to join our community of highly experienced coaches, then I would like to encourage you to go to our website at actioncoach.africa and make sure that you hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you next time.